What was Kim Taehyung really doing in Madrid? At first glance, it seems like a simple question. After all, celebrities travel all the time. They visit new cities, attend events, enjoy vacations, and share glimpses of their lives through social media. But when it comes to Taehyung, things are rarely that simple. Because every time he disappears into a new city, he somehow leaves behind a trail of moments that feel less like updates and more like chapters from a story. And Madrid was no exception. No flashy parties. No extravagant displays of luxury. No carefully staged headlines. Instead, what fans witnessed were quiet moments. Moments of music. Moments of art. Moments of family. Moments of self-discovery. The kind of moments that reveal not the global superstar known as V of BTS, but the man behind the stage. A man who finds beauty in ordinary things. A man who seems to be constantly searching for meaning, inspiration, and peace. And perhaps that is why these days in Madrid have touched so many people around the world. Because they weren't just random days. They were beautifully human days. The randomly beautiful days of Kim Taehyung. Sweat, discipline, and the gym in Madrid. One of the first things fans noticed during Taehyung's time in Madrid was his dedication to fitness. Images and stories quickly spread online showing Taehyung spending time at the gym alongside Jungkook. For many fans, the moment felt nostalgic. Two friends. Two brothers. Two artists who have shared years of triumphs, struggles, dreams, and memories together. And now, standing side by side once again. Not on a concert stage. Not under bright lights. But in a gym. Simply taking care of themselves. What caught everyone's attention wasn't only Taehyung's physique. It was the energy he carried. The confidence. The strength. The healthy glow that comes after pushing yourself physically. Fans couldn't stop talking about how incredible he looked after a workout. His face slightly flushed. His hair damp with sweat. His sharp features even more striking than usual. Yet beyond appearance, there was something more meaningful. Discipline. Because maintaining physical health is not easy when your life is constantly moving. When schedules change overnight. When your body is your instrument. And when millions of people watch your every move. The gym wasn't just a hobby. It was a reflection of commitment. A reminder that growth happens quietly. One workout at a time. One day at a time. A football fan in the crowd. Another activity that filled Taehyung's days in Madrid was something fans have known he loves for years. Football. Or soccer, depending on where you're watching from. For Taehyung, football has never seemed like just a sport. It's passion. It's excitement. It's community. It's emotion. During his stay, he spent time watching World Cup matches and enjoying the atmosphere surrounding one of the world's most beloved sports. And perhaps that's one reason so many people connect with him. Because despite his global fame, he still enjoys the same simple experiences that millions of others do. Sitting among fans. Watching a game. Celebrating a goal. Feeling the tension of a close match. In those moments, there is no distance between superstar and supporter. Just people sharing the same excitement. And that's something truly special. The piano that spoke without words. But among all the moments Taehyung shared during his time in Madrid, one stood out above the rest. A piano. A quiet room. And a few seconds of music. That was all it took. Watching Taehyung play the piano feels almost impossible to describe. Because it doesn't feel like you're watching someone practice. It feels like you're watching someone speak a language beyond words. The room appears silent. Yet somehow it isn't. Every note seems to carry a feeling. Every movement tells a story. His fingers don't simply press the keys. They glide. They dance. They breathe life into the instrument. And perhaps what captures the heart most is his expression. The gentle concentration in his eyes. The peaceful focus resting on his face. The way he leans slightly forward as if the rest of the world has disappeared. As if, for those few moments, only music exists. No schedules. No deadlines. No cameras. Just him and the melody. Warm light falls across his golden hair, creating an almost cinematic image. Like a scene from a film paused at the perfect moment. A moment so beautiful that nobody wants it to end. Then came the caption. With his trademark humor, Taehyung posted the clip and jokingly labeled it "Fake Misty." Shortly afterward, he shared the original 1954 performance of Misty by jazz legend Errol Garner. This time, the caption read, "Real Misty. Simple. Funny. Classic Taehyung." But it also revealed something deeper. His love for jazz. His appreciation for musical history. His curiosity about artistic expression beyond contemporary trends. Because Taehyung has always been the kind of artist who explores. Who listens. Who learns. Who finds inspiration in unexpected places. And perhaps that is why his relationship with music feels so genuine. It isn't only part of his career. It's part of who he is. Golf, family, and a son's heart. Among the hobbies Taehyung has embraced in recent years, golf has become one of the most meaningful. And the reason why may surprise some people. It's because of his father. Taehyung once shared that his father had always wanted to play golf with him. A simple wish. Yet somehow incredibly touching. Because in a world where success often pulls people away from their roots, Taehyung continues to find his way back to family. Golf became more than a sport. It became time together. Shared memories. Conversations. Laughter. Connection. And perhaps that's what makes this hobby so special. Every swing carries a memory. Every round becomes a moment that can never be recreated. For fans, it serves as another reminder of one of Taehyung's most admirable qualities. No matter how far he travels. No matter how famous he becomes. Family remains close to his heart. The search for beauty and art. If there is one thread connecting everything Taehyung does, it may be his love of art. Not just music. Not just photography. But art in all forms. Places with stories. Objects with history. Experiences with meaning. Long before arriving in Madrid, Taehyung visited Botanic Garden, a Michelin-starred restaurant inside the Shilla Seoul. But what fascinated him wasn't simply the food. It was the storytelling. Each course arrives with a written narrative explaining its inspiration. Stories about childhood. Stories about culture. Stories about family. Stories about nature. One particular story caught Taehyung's attention. A reflection from chef Sun Jong-won about gathering wild spring greens with his grandmother in Gangwon province. Foraging. Family. Memory. The changing of seasons. Simple themes. Yet deeply human ones. When Taehyung shared that story, many fans felt it wasn't random. It resonated with him because it reflected values he has always cherished. Nostalgia. Sincerity. The beauty hidden within ordinary life. These themes appear again and again throughout Taehyung's journey. Whether through music, photography, travel, or the places he chooses to visit. He seems drawn toward experiences that carry emotional depth. Experiences that remind people who they are. And where they came from. So, what was Taehyung really doing in Madrid? Was he simply traveling? Taking a vacation? Enjoying a few days away from the spotlight? Perhaps. But maybe there was something more. Because when we look closely at these moments, a pattern emerges. A man exercising to stay healthy. A friend enjoying football. A musician lost in the sound of a piano. A son making memories through golf. An artist seeking beauty wherever he goes. Each activity may seem ordinary on its own. Yet together they create a portrait of someone living intentionally. Someone finding joy in simple things. someone collecting experiences instead of attention. And perhaps that is why fans around the world found these days so moving. Because they weren't grand. They weren't dramatic. They weren't designed for headlines. They were real. Beautifully real. And maybe that's exactly what made them unforgettable. The randomly beautiful days of Kim Taehyung. Days filled with music, movement, family, art, and quiet moments that somehow said more than words ever could. What do you think about Taehyung's time in Madrid? Which moment touched your heart the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more BTS and Taehyung content. We'll see you in the next video.